I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laakson.
I am Francisco Cerundolo,
and you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hey, good evening, tennis fans. Here we are, draw preview time. It seems like an age since I've even spoken about tennis with you or with anybody else, really. I mean, I put out a news video earlier, but that's just me talking on my own. Now we really get to talk to each other about some tennis finally again and talk about some of the results from last week as well. One tournament still going on. That will be completed just after midnight. But there are some other results as well. How are you anyway, mate? Feels like a while since we've spoken.
Yeah, very good, mate. As you can see from my face, I'm a bit red in the face because I fell asleep in the sun today. Never advised. Make sure you're wearing sun cream if you are in the UK at the moment because we're having some nice weather. But yeah, enough about that. On the tennis, like you said, we've not done enough podcasts of late. We do plan on getting back into them, but there's been a lot of different things happening with our schedules of late. And we've been unable as well because of a lot of the big matches we'd want to cover have been happening to about 3, 4 a.m. Or everything after midnight pretty much in the US. So it's very difficult for us in the UK to cover the matches. We do plan on covering a few more. Maybe we're going to take some days off work as well to be able to do that. But like Ben said, there has been some events which we did draw previews for last Sunday. They've concluded, well, 3 of them. And some champions we was expecting, some we wasn't expecting. I think if we start with the one in Mexico, that's one we was expected. And that was Daniel Medvedev beating Cam Norrie in the final.
Yeah, really impressive. Again, from Cam Norrie. I know that he did get bageled in the final, but nice to see that he's still maintaining a lot of consistency and he hasn't fallen off like some people thought he might and just disappear into obscurity. He did well. He beat Felix Auger-Aliassime in the semi-final. That's no easy feat, as we know. And I think Cam Norrie, he ran Medvedev quite close in that first set in that final, but obviously the class came through for Medvedev in the second set. And I think he just had a little bit of a wobble while serving out for the first set. Medvedev got broken, but ultimately he's a US Open champion for a reason, isn't he? He's that good.
Well, it's not just that with Daniel Medvedev. People are looking at this year of his and they're just saying, oh, he's not been that good. But you've got to remember, Daniel Medvedev, historically, he only plays after July. He's a man who performs after July. Wimbledon's over, and we see Daniel Medvedev in his true form as, I'm going to say it again, the best player in the world. I'm not going to... I've been telling you on many podcasts and watch-alongs we've done, Daniel Medvedev, post-July, is the best player in the world. Not many people can stop him. I'm going to have him going very far at the US Open. And I think he's just super dangerous when he comes to this back end of the year. He just always does very well. There is going to be quite a bit of pressure on him because, of course, he's going to be defending points in everything. And if he wants to get that world number one back, it's going to be... is he number one at the moment?
He is number one at the
moment.
If
he's going to be able to maintain... That's what I mean. The world number one status. He's basically going to have to win everything, because he's done so well. And on Cam Norrie, he was a bit fortunate at Wimbledon. He had not a bad draw, got very far. But regardless, still had to beat who's in front of you. And there's a lot of pressure at Wimbledon with playing as the world number one, the GB number one. And I'm very impressed with him. And I think he performs very well in the US as well, with them sort of college credentials he's got.
Exactly.
But that's Los Cabos wrapped up. We've also got Washington events, and I think it's important to talk about the main man, Nick Kyrgios, someone who also had a brilliant Wimbledon. He pulled out of a few events after that. He's been playing in Washington, and ultimately he's been the best player by a country mile. He's in fact playing right now in the final, and last time I checked, he was set up. And now he's up a break as well, so it looks like he's going to be beating Nishioka and claiming a big title for him in Washington. That's a really big result. And he's going for the double because he's playing in the doubles final straight after with Jack Sock.
That's impressive. I mean, if anybody said Kyrgios was a bit too much of a joker, a bit too much not serious about tennis, I think he's proven everybody wrong at the moment. And I think he is focused on tennis, probably for, I'd say, I wouldn't say the first time in his career, but maybe the second time. He's having like a second wind at the moment. Been to a Grand Slam final, a Grand Slam champion in doubles as well. And he seems to be cleaning up because he's done it fairly comfortably as well in Washington. But we can't discount the route to the final for Nishioka as well. I think it's somebody that we were really keen on maybe a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
and he hasn't really come back to form. And now I think that his run to the final was probably more difficult than Kyrgios. He beat Brooksby, he beat Dimonor, Khachanov, Evans, and Rublev. That's a tough route, and he did it impressively.
Yeah, but I don't think Nishioka's been that bad. I just feel he's not, maybe because he's not won anything or got to the semis, then we're just sort of always looking down on him. But you've got to remember now, he's not the Nishioka who we was talking about sort of 4 years ago, because he's in the big events now. He'll be playing in everything, all the Grand Slams, and often gets pitted up against sort of top 20, top 10 players. And it's challenging for him. I mean, you've got no given right on the tour to be able to beat these top players. It's a real big ask to do. And I think he's doing just exactly what he needs to do at the moment. He's not doing too bad at all. And I'm really happy that he managed to get to the final, because he comes across very well. And we did get the opportunity to meet him at Wimbledon. And he was, I was really impressed with the way he was speaking about the game and his passion. He has a lot of time for the media. And I really like his game style as well. He's very
Quick,
intense. He's intense. He's quick on the court. He doesn't ever give up a ball. Brilliant attitude. And he's deserving of a final place. Looks like it's not to be, because Kyrgios is demolishing him right now. But that can happen to a lot better players than that, because Nick Kyrgios is seriously good.
Well, the one thing you need to remember about Nick Kyrgios in these events as well is he's unseeded as well in these events, and he's a nightmare draw for everybody. And wait until you see the next draw that we're going to coming up with, because I think he's positioned very badly for some other people in the draw. But we will come to that when we get there. Let's touch on, there was obviously one that has completed. That was the one in the other Washington. It's the women's. We had Samsonova, the conqueror of Raducanu. Not Raducanu, as you said, she's going to have a good tournament. She did have a good tournament. JG believes Raducanu back on the hard courts. This is a preferred surface, and it proved to be right. She played really well in this tournament, Raducanu, and Samsonova, the eventual winner, was the person that she lost to.
Yeah, she's playing really well, but this is why I feel everyone at the moment has just moved the goalpost a little bit for Raducanu. Sort of post US Open, it was like, oh, what's she going to be winning next? I said she's not going to win anything for 3+ years. I still stand by that. Not going to happen. Is it a real good result for her to get through a few matches? I guess now it is, because everyone's moved the goalpost. But after the US Open, her continuously not going to sort of the back end of events, which aren't Grand Slams. I mean, even Grand Slams, she's not getting to them sort of quarterfinal, semi-final, final spots anymore. It's not quite good enough. I mean, she is at her best level a lot better than that. And she's had a lot of uncertainty and a lack of rhythm with no coaches. Hopefully she's got that now. And we'll see, because she's got bags of potential. I know I picked her to go all the way to the final in the last event, because I was anticipating something a bit better from her, because I think her ability, her level when she plays well, is a lot better than most of the people in that draw last week. And that makes me going to pose the question, why is she unable to fulfill her potential? Because her ceiling is so much higher than a lot of them, and we know how she can play, but she's just not doing that at the moment. And for me, as much as everyone wants to just make it out to be, she's like, it's good for her, she's still learning, she's this, you can make a case for that, but it comes a point where she needs to just improve. She needs to start pulling up better results. Yeah,
for me, I'm going to be waiting to see what her ranking goes down to after the US Open. If she doesn't win it, obviously. I'm not expecting her to win it again. and then we'll see if she gets, like, I don't know, around 30 in the world or something like that. Then she'll get less favourable draws, obviously, in all of these tournaments, and then we'll probably get to see the real trajectory of her career and see her routes through tournaments for somebody more of her level, I'd say, or experience level. So I'm interested to see how that gets on anyway. But I've got to say congrats to Samsonova, because she's somebody, she fooled you once. Is she going to fool you again, JG? That's the question. On the clay against Iga. Now she's gone and won this tournament against Kanepi in the final. Never an easy match, as we know. And Kanepi's now, I think she's into the top 30 potentially now,
Really?
after that final. So she's really, really done well. I know that she was obviously lurking in and around outside the top 50, a nightmare draw for everybody. But now she's becoming one of those mainstayers, like she could be a big seed at some point soon. So probably should be, though, I think. Like her game style and the fact that she's been unseeded in so many Grand Slams, it just ruins the draw for so many other of the seeds. So they'll be loving it if they see her with a seed next to her name. That's for sure.
Yeah, the last one is the Mubadala Silicon Valley Classic WTA event, and that one was the WTA 500 event. Shelby Rogers, Kasatkina in the final. I didn't predict it. I was pretty wrong, actually, on this bracket. I didn't do too well at all. I only got 13 out of 30 right, so it's not a good one. And there's a lot of talk that they could be, both of them may have to withdraw from the event in Canada, which would be a real shame if it is the case.
Terrible. But
it's a blessing and a curse sometimes, getting to a final before a big event. For example, you get to a final just before a Grand Slam or before a Masters event. Is it at your own detriment, you peaking a little bit too early? Would a player prefer to go out in the quarterfinals and then be a little bit with a bit more time and preparation without the aching legs going into a big event?
Possible. Or maybe it's a blessing. Maybe I think they're both playing so well. That's going to be just like music to both their ears at the moment. At the fact that they've got all the way, obviously, to the final. Shelby Rogers hasn't dropped a set on the way, beating Andreescu, Sakari, Anisimova, Kudermetova. I mean, that's a tough draw. And to not drop a set. Rogers in amazing form, and Kasatkina nearly as impressive, beating obviously Rybakina, now Grand Slam winner, Taylor Townsend, Sabalenka in 3, and then Badoza. So very, very tough tournament. So both of these women have proved themselves. It looks like Shelby Rogers is on a bit of a steamrolling path, though, at the moment. There's part of me thinks he's just going to do it in the final. I don't know why.
Yeah, and just moving on, because I know we're going to be talking about Canada soon. I just want to talk about a challenger event.
Yes.
Someone was talking about it in the live chat as well. Ashley saying Shan won a big tournament today, and that was a challenger in the US, I believe. Shang is a player we got to see in Zagreb when we was there in the flesh, and he is a very good player, really good, young, promising talent on the tour. So watch out for him. He's won a challenger event now, and I think he's going to be on the ATP tour very soon.
Yeah, incredible player. Very, very good young player. So yeah,
there's not a weakness there. Watch out for Shang. He's really good.
Very, very good, especially on the hard courts. So this is just coming.
Sorry, before we do go on to Canada, Ben, let's just quickly announce the winners for the 4 brackets we've just spoke about.
Yes. Los Cabos.
So let's go through it. So Los Cabos first, we had Tennis 1. Congratulations to you. You got a score of over 100, which is very good.
San Jose.
We had Spotek with a 78. Pretty good. Is that David in second?
Not sure.
I think that might be his username, but
okay.
I'll let him verify that.
Yeah, for sure. We got. I've realised that the Washington. Sorry, I realised that the Washington one, the men's hasn't finished yet, so I put it on there. But Chris Forberg has won Washington for the women's, and currently we've got. Well, but I haven't checked who.
I have checked, and they've got Kyrgios, so it's fine.
Okay.
So Tommy Lato has won, so That one's
Brilliant.
pretty much done. I think it's the first one is not verified fully yet.
Not yet.
But I'll be surprised if tennis one hasn't won it.
I
But
think
anyway,
it's
that's
quite
enough of
clear
last
lead.
week. Let's move on to this week. That was our 15-minute roundup. Let us know if you've got any questions and we'll answer them if I can. We've got Kathy in. Just want to give Kathy a shout out
How you doing,
because
Kathy?
she won Smash It.
Well
shout
done.
out to you. Shout out to Jean, Michael, Joseph as well. I saw Gary in. A lot of the regular faces. I have missed you guys. Great to see you. And
Indeed.
yes, Michael, I am burnt. The sun has been a little bit too strong today for me.
Sun-kissed, they call it.
And I don't get burnt. Ben will verify
doesn't.
that. I'm not someone who gets burnt often, but after football, I fell asleep in the sun, and yeah, not the best.
Yeah, well, I'm much the other way. I definitely do get burned, so I always have to apply factor 30 or whatever it is just to be safe.
And I don't know if this is actually a thing, so maybe it's not, but because I was very sweaty from football,
Ooh.
like if your face is quite wet, I think you burn easier.
Maybe.
Because I don't know if it's something to the reflections, but if you go in the pool, but the thing is, maybe the logic doesn't work because when you go in the pool, most likely when you come out and you're a bit wet, you burn more likely because you've not got sun cream on. It's all washed off. So I'm not sure if that's probably the most likely correlation. But I didn't have any
burn in the
on,
pool though as well though. Like if you are in the pool, you can still burn as well because
I think it's the reflection of the water.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you have beads of sweat on your forehead, and it's
not normally a good tan when you come out of the water. It's normally like some patchy, horrible one.
Yeah, I know
or
what
burn.
You mean.
It's never a tan for me. It's just a
Joseph
nice
saying there's only
red.
2 degrees Celsius for him. Loved
My
you,
word.
Gene. And Kathy saying Italian jeans, olive skin. Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, you'll be all right, mate. Tomorrow.
I'm sure I'll survive. I'll put a bit of after sun on. But let's move on to this one. So first, we've got the Canadian Open. Where is it this year? Montreal or Toronto?
Montreal for the men's, Toronto for the women's. This is the one where they swap around each year. Both Masters 1000 events, known as the National Bank Open or the Canadian Open, as it is known. So we got Daniel Medvedev, no surprises, is the reigning champion, defeated Riley Opelka in 2021. And Rafa Nadal, as I said earlier on today on the news video, he's very sad that he can't be there. He is a 5-time champion in Montreal. I'm sure that he would have loved to have been playing this tournament. It is one he does very well at and is a good lead up to the US Open really for him. But he's had to pull out due to the same abdominal issue that he has suffered. I believe it was Wimbledon. So
yeah, it really does suck, man. I'd love to have seen Rafa at this one. It's an event I just love watching him at. In terms of the hard courts, it's probably one of my favourite events to watch. Probably a bit biased because Rafa's done so well in the past. But let's go through some of the qualifiers.
Yes.
I don't know if you've got the results there, but I can name the qualifiers and you can let me know who they beat. We've got Marcus Giron. We've got Benoit Paire. We've got Nishioka.
Sure.
Manarino, Rinderknecht, Fonini, Gaston, Jack Draper.
Yep.
It's quite a few, isn't it? It's a big old draw, this one, 64 players. And that's it. So out of them initially, the one I get drawn to is Jack Draper.
Most definitely. I mean, it seems quite crazy. Manarino being in the qualifying as well. He's normally somebody in the main draw, but and Fonini as well. It seems crazy to see some of these names. Obviously, they've been dropping down the rankings, but some of the people who,
mate, it's age. They're getting on now.
That's it. Some people who didn't make it. For the last round of qualifying, we had Soon-Woon Kwon versus Manarino. That's normally like a match in one of the main draws, but
it's like a first round, second round match.
Jack Draper got quite lucky. I mean, his opponent retired after only 4 games, I believe, in that one. So he's going to be nice and fresh, ready for whoever he is playing in the first round. But we will move to that now. Here we go. So, and this is what I was talking about. Should Kyrgios decide to play this tournament, look who he might be playing if he gets through his first round match against Sebastian Baez.
He's going to withdraw. I'm telling you.
I think so as well. I'm not
I
going to
don't think
lie.
Nick Kyrgios is going to play. If he's playing the doubles as well, that's as good as a lucky lose. That's as good as probably a walkover or a wild card if he does it in time. Hopefully they do give it to someone else, like a lucky loser, someone who went out the qualifying. You said
Probably
some
Kwon.
big players went out the qualifying. Who was that?
Well, yeah, we've lost Kwon. He's a very good player. Poprin, he's another good one. Someone who's been on the podcast, Huesler, he was in there. Got lost to Benoit Paire. We've got Taro Daniel as well. So
I'm going to just stick with Byers. I think he's quite solid. So I'm going to go Byers on this one.
I'm going to go
I'm going to
Kyrgios.
have Shapovalov in Canada to beat Dimonor. I'll have
I'm sorry.
Dimitrov
I'm going to
here.
stop you there. I'm going to stop you. We need to
No.
speak.
We need to speak about Shapovalov
yeah.
briefly because you're the one. Let me call you out on this because I had a go at you on the last one, and I said, "Look at all this form. You keep putting him through. Why do you keep doing it?"
Well, I'm not going to. That's what I mean. That's why we're stopping.
When I told you not to,
I said everybody's luck has to change, and it turned out it didn't. And now,
who did he lose to again?
I'm gonna have to go back and have a look now because,
unfortunately, on this computer, everything just lags
that's
up
all right.
far too much.
I will pull that up. Don't worry. I'm quick as a flash. So here we go. So his last one, JJ Wolf, he lost in 3 sets, and that was in Washington. Before that, he lost to Nakashima at Wimbledon. He beat Rinderknecht very close. He's lost to Bonzi, Paul, Otte, Rune, Vashka, Rude.
Yeah, I remember all these now after he beat Rafa.
But
I'm actually going to him. I think he's going to win this one. I don't know why. I have a weird feeling.
No, I'm going Dimonor.
Okay.
I think continues. Grigor Dimitrov, he actually did quite well. Like I said, he might have a little run in that last tournament. He actually looked, well, I say did quite well. He managed to beat Manarino. He lost to Korda, but then Korda went out after that. But he looked quite good anyway, so I'm having him going through.
Okay, I'm going to have Diego Schwartzman here.
I'm going to have Fokina to knock out Schwartzman here.
Yeah, I was close to do that as well. I'll have Goffin here, Emil Rustavori, Hurkacz, Rude with a bye. I'm going to go Molchan here.
I'm going to go Mackenzie McDonald here to knock out Molchan.
Okay.
Maybe it's controversial.
I'll have Brooksby, Agut.
I'm going to go Bublik to knock out Brooksby. This might be a bit of a call. Going for a big server here. Might be able to just take out the American. I'm going to go Agut as well, though. Here, he does fairly well in this part of the year.
It's got to be Norrie. Norrie's solid. Norrie's solid.
This is what I mean. He is a solid.
He's a good player, Norrie. I'm not actually ever going to disrespect him on the podcast ever. Even if he loses comfortably, he's a good player. He really is.
Very good.
I'll have
I'm going to have Kecmanovic here to beat Botic.
Yeah, maybe he does. Yeah, I'm going to go for it as well.
It's close, that one.
I'll have Nishioka here, Felix, Sinner. I'm going to go Rinderknecht.
I'm going to go Manarino here.
Yeah, I think Manarino will be favourite. I'll have Holger Rune.
Yeah, go on then. Youth versus age. Fanini goes out.
Berrettini is 11th seed. That's dangerous.
Wow, that
is an 11th seed Berrettini. You don't want him in the middle of the draw, and that's exactly where he is.
Buster.
I'll have Galmon Feast beating Pedro Martinez. Maxime Cressy beating Karatsev. Jack Draper beating Gaston.
Yeah, I'm going to have Karatsev to knock out Cressy.
No way. No chance. I'll literally do a side wager with you on that one.
I've got to go for it. I'm going to go for it. Surely he can do something against Cressy.
No.
Do you not think?
No chance.
No.
I'll happily do a side wager with you. That's just a loss.
I'm not going to do it either, Cos. Sorry.
No, do it. No,
I'm not doing it. No.
You've said it now. It's too late.
I can't do it. No, I'm not. I can see him.
Job, then.
I can see him just going like into the net wide. Draper to beat Gaston. Ooh, Tsitsipas Draper second round. I like that. Rublev, Krajinovic versus Dan Evans. I'm gonna go Dan Evans.
Just about Krajinovic.
Ooh, he's one of your faves these days, isn't he? Love a bit of Krajinovic. What's happened to him? TFO. Yeah. Ooh. Andy Murray versus Taylor Fritz in the first round.
Fritz.
That's
Fritz, I don't know what happened in the last event. He got dizzy or something. He wasn't
Really?
well. Yeah, he
I
put
saw he
he put a
retired.
statement on Instagram saying he just didn't feel himself. He was struggling out there. I don't know if anyone has any more information about Taylor Fritz, and we'll add it to the stream. We'll read it out. But the last I heard, he was feeling a bit unwell in the last event.
Wow.
Andy Murray also played a ridiculous match. It was like 4 hours or something. I know Megan covered it.
Ema, yeah.
And he lost. So,
But Ema had a good he shocked me in that tournament, Mikael Ema. I think he played
I
really
think
well.
he should shock you though. You should never really be shocked by someone like that because he's just a talent. He's an inconsistent talent.
Yeah, he's never been really that deep in tournaments, but
No, but he can play.
He
He's
can
a good
definitely
player.
play. Yeah, he's better than his brother. That's for sure. I
I don't know. I think they both can play, man.
I think Mikhail's the better one, though. Sorry,
probably,
Elias,
at the
if you're
moment.
watching.
Yeah, so
But-
Gene there just confirming it was heat exhaustion. Nothing
Okay.
to worry
I'm
about.
gonna
I'll
go-
go in Fritz anyway.
I'm gonna go another Brit. He goes out to.
That's wrong. That's another flop. I'm going to have Cilic here. I'm going to go Sedendolo to beat Hachinov.
Yeah,
Tommy Paul
I
and
like that.
Alcaraz.
I'm gonna go Pospisil just because it's in Canada. That's the only thing. I think
That's not a bad one. I'm not going to dig you out on that.
Alcaraz, the second seed as well. Look at him down there at the bottom. It's pretty mad.
Well, it's about right, mate. It's about right. Looking at these players, I think the seedings I can't disagree with. Medvedev's the best player.
Yeah.
And Alcaraz is the second best. So
I think Kyrgios, if he's there, he's still going to lose to Medvedev.
Kyrgios is not going to be there. I'm going to go Dimi to beat Shapo.
I'm going to have Alex de Minaur here to beat Dimitrov.
I'm going to go Goffin to beat Schwartzman.
I might have Fokina here to knock out Goffin. That might be a tough match.
I'm going to go Hubi Hurkacz.
He's always deep in your brackets. Hubi Hurkacz. He does like it. Over there, I'm going to go with him. Casper Ruud, Mackenzie McDonald. Surely has to be Casper Ruud here.
Yeah, go on then. Beating Molchan for me. I'll have a Goot beating Brooksby. Norrie beating Kecmanovic. Felix beating Nishioka. Sinner beating Rinderknecht. Berrettini beating Rune.
I'm going to have Nishioka to knock out Felix here.
Any reasons for that? In Canada, Felix as well.
I'm not actually. I've got to back one Canadian. You're right. You're right.
You back Pospisil?
He just went to.
Why do you keep changing him? I've never seen so many U-turns ever.
He's in the final right now.
But this tournament has just been This stream, has been non-stop U-turns from you.
Maybe this is a sign that every time I'm picking, I need to.
Boris Johnson on the podcast.
Here I am. Go to work, don't go to work.
I feel like I've got Boris Johnson on the pod. I wondered where he was after he got sacked.
Oh, poor old Boris. How will he survive?
Literally more U-turns than Boris on this one. I'm going to go Cressy to beat Monfils. I'll have...
I'm going to have Monfils.
Tsitsipas to beat Draper.
Yeah, it's going to have to be.
Rublev to beat Krajinovic.
I'm going to have Dan Evans to beat Rublev.
No chance. No chance.
He's a bit of a bogey player for Rublev.
You've got Sandrine on Facebook saying Felix is not in good form. You should never have done that U-turn though, man, because you know that now he's going to go out.
Maybe.
In that very match. And you would have... Well, you're going to be kicking yourself.
Probably. But we'll wait and see. Yeah, but Nishioka might pull out.
TFO.
Oh, no, I'm gonna have to go Andy. I'm gonna have to go Andy Murray again. Everyone's laughing.
I'll go Taylor Fritz.
Can hear the laughter from far away. I'm gonna go Cerundolo here to knock out Cilic.
Yeah, same.
Go on, Francisco.
And Alcaraz on the bottom.
Yeah, it's got to be.
So Medvedev Dimitrov. That is a banana skin and a half.
Well, remember the last time that they clashed and he lost 8 games in a row
Yeah.
and ended up losing to Dimitrov. I remember covering it. It was one of the most shocking things I've ever seen from Daniel Medvedev.
Yeah, and it's kind of worrying me a little bit. Part of me wants to be brave and put Dimi through, but it's just Medvedev back end of the year, so I'm going to have to stick with him.
I've got Alex de Minaur, so it makes mine slightly easier. So I'm going Medvedev to knock him out.
I'm going to have Hurkacz here.
Hurkacz, Fokina, God, they played each other fairly recently, didn't they? And then Fokina was the victor, but it wasn't on hard court, so I'll have Hurkacz as well. Rude Agut, I'll have Agut here.
Yeah, me too.
It's very similar brackets as we get to the business end. Norrie, Felix, I'm going to have Cam Norrie again.
Me too.
Yannick Sinner, Matteo Berrettini. I'm going to be having Yannick Sinner to knock out Berrettini.
And Ivanisevic said
He's not in it. Oh,
out of these two players, he thinks Sinner has the better potential, the better career to come. He looks at Sinner's game and says it's more varied, and that Djokovic, well, we kind of see it a little bit. That Djokovic has a lot more issues against, say, a Yannick Sinner than a Berrettini.
he's got a better backhand for starters.
And Djokovic feels, I'm sure Djokovic probably echoes the same as his coach. He feels that Sinner is maybe the better player overall.
I would say if he isn't yet, he still has the potential to become greater than him, for sure.
Have we seen Berrettini Sinner ever?
I don't remember the last time.
I can't remember it, but I
I'm
would love to watch it, in fact. So I hope we do get this. And I think
they've got a head-to-head. 1 second.
I think I'm going to go against Djokovic and his coach. I'm going to have Berrettini beating him.
Yeah. So they have never played. There you go. That's why. Okay. So at least we cleared that up. Right. So I'm going to go Sinner. You're going to go Berrettini. Tsitsipas, Monfils. I'll have Tsitsipas here.
Yeah, me too.
Dan Evans, Andy Murray. I'm not sure what's happened in my bracket down here. I think you've got Rublev. Is it Fritz?
Yeah. I'm going to go Fritz to beat Rublev.
I'm probably going to have Murray again. This is just getting a bit crazy. If this happens,
it's a bit too.
I think it's too much. Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, Kathy, we will do a Berrettini Sinner watch along if it's a good time.
Oh, yeah.
And shout out to Mamadou Tiam. Appreciate the super chat.
Mamadou.
Really does help us out. Thanks for everyone who does support the channel.
I'd say that Berrettini is an all-court tennis player as well, though. I don't think there's a surface that he's not great on.
Backhand doesn't have.
Yeah, I know. It's just that, isn't it? And we got at the bottom Cerundolo versus Alcaraz. I think it's going to be too much, sadly, for Francisco.
Agreed. So, quarter-final time. Medvedev, Hurkacz. Not a match I want to be watching. I find them boring. I like Daniel Medvedev. I don't mind Hubie Hurkacz. Watching them together, it's like watching paint dry. It's not exciting for me. So as much as it'll be some good serving at times, I don't want to watch it. And I'm actually going to be going for an upset. I'm going to have Hubie Hurkacz beating him.
No, come on.
Got to go something a bit wild from time to time.
I think so as well.
Batista Agut, Cam Norrie. I'm going to have Cameron Norrie.
I'm going to have a repeat of the final. Cam Norrie, Medvedev, meet again. Cam Norrie after revenge.
Mate, your bracket screams 1-2, the way it's shaping. Berrettini, Tsitsipas. I'm going to have Tsitsipas.
I'm going to have Yannick Sinner to knock out Tsitsipas here.
Okay. Yeah, and as Gene is reminding you all, Hurkacz did beat Medi in Miami.
Oh, yeah, this is the thing. He ran him close at the World Tour.
And he beat him at Wimbledon a few years back.
That's it, see? So he does have his number,
He does do well against him.
There
was some thought went into it. There was some thought what went into it.
Oh, definitely. I think it's possible. If he serves well, anything's possible with Hurkacz. But if he serves badly, then he's out.
Yeah, that's the thing. I like my pick on that one. At the bottom, Taylor Fritz, Carlos Alcaraz. I'm going for Carlitos, the number 2 seed. He's got a nice draw, and he deserves a good draw. We want to see him going deep, so I'm happy he's got this draw.
Well, Alcaraz, Murray.
Mate, yours is definitely shaped up for the 1-2 boring Ben, isn't it?
Nah, mate. I already know who I've got. I already know who before this even kicks off.
We do have a special guest in the live chat right now, the
Oh,
Liquidator podcast.
Liquid.
Shout out to Liquid.
Boom,
Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. You've liked the video. If you do like some boxing and football, go check out his channel. You can be guaranteed for terrible pronunciation of names, but some very high octane commentary. So go check it out.
If you are a big fan of Kawasaki, the football team, that's the place to go watch them. So,
Good song I
right.
heard as well.
Yeah, really good song. Maybe copyright on it. I don't know. Right. So we got Daniel Medvedev, Cam Norrie. For
Revenge?
me, no, I don't think so. I think maybe more convincing. I think it's going to be, instead of a 7-5, like a 6-3, 6-1 or something in this one.
I'm going to have Hubie Hurkacz knocking out Norrie, getting to the final.
Poor old Cam Norrie can never catch a break. Right, moving down to the other side, and they play again. We just watched them play in a final. Yannick Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz, and Yannick Sinner just took over, double breadsticked him in that final. I think he has his number again here, and he knocks out Carlos Alcaraz and makes it to the final.
I'm going to go Carlos Alcaraz to beat Tsitsipas. I'm not sure if Tsitsipas is going to get all that way. But no, I'm liking Alcaraz's bracket and his draw, so I'm going for Carlos to make the final.
Nice. And then we move back to the top, and it is just the final now. You got Hurkacz and Alcaraz. I've got Medvedev and Sinner. And it might shock you, I'm actually going for Yannick Sinner to win the whole event because I'm just impressed by him this year. I don't know what's changed. Something's clicked with Yannick Sinner, and I quite like it. What he did to Alcaraz, not many people do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm kind of mesmerized by both of them as well. When I say both of them, my champion, Carlos Alcaraz. The Alcaraz-Sinner train is roaring at the moment, and I'm a big fan. They're the two players who I want to watch. I find them entertaining. No offense to Hubie Hurkacz. He's just not that entertaining to watch. You can look at a Felix. It's all right at times. I feel a different vibe to these young players coming through, more so than even a sort of the Zverev, Medvedev, Tsitsipas, Rublev. I don't know. Sinner, Alcaraz, they've stole my heart more than them guys. That's just the truth. And
Definitely.
we've both gone for them. You've gone for Sinner. I've gone for Alcaraz. And that is the National Bank Open presented by Rogers, ATP bracket completed.
That's it. Jordan saying, is JG in a tunnel? He's not in a tunnel, but he's in a different place to normal. But he is still bringing you this draw preview. That's the main thing.
Yeah, sorry, Jordan. Not ideal, but yeah, I couldn't have done anything else.
Dark horse?
Dark horse for this event. I'm going to have a look at my bracket again because I've got a lot of seeds going through. I don't think there's a real dark horse. I'll let you pick one.
Yeah, I don't think there is either, really. It's going to sound terrible. I'm going to have to say Andy Murray, which is...
Well, actually, maybe I'm not going to let you have one. I'm not having that. Andy Murray's going out. We'll have Francisco Cerundolo.
All right,
because if he beats Alcaraz, then he's in that nice section. So
that is very true. There's a good section if you manage to beat Alcaraz. But right, on to the women's.
Yeah, women's time. Let us know in the live chat who you have winning that one. We have Gene saying he has Alcaraz beating Felix in the final. So he's gone for a bit of Felix love.
Okay.
Bill R saying Chapeau is a dark horse. I mean, he's a bit of a bad player at the moment anyway.
Yeah, he really needs to buck his ideas up at the moment. And I don't know what it is. Like, is it just a lack of focus? Is it... I don't know. Is he focused more on music than he is on tennis? Is there just something going on off court that he needs to sort out? I don't know what it is, but he really needs to go back to basics. Just try and grind out victories. I feel like he gives up a bit in his matches, throws the toys out.
That's such a typical old person statement. Oh, what's the music? It's like, do you blame footballers for their hairstyle? But you're a bit of a Roy Keane.
What does that stop them playing well?
No, but you see, like,
different hairstyle.
I don't know. I'm getting them vibes from you right now.
What if they've got a different hairstyle? That's going to put them off playing.
That's what some of the older generations say.
Really? If he had just kept the long hair, he would have been just as good a player. Right. Anyway, let's move on. Camila Giorgi,
Yeah, it's weird, mate. I'm sorry. Let me just quickly talk about this last year. What a weird year it was. Camila Giorgi won, and then she just turned. I can't say the saying on here, but she just turned pretty bad afterwards.
Terrible.
Pliskova got to the final. I mean, is she going to get far this year? Probably not.
We know why she did it.
in as an 8th seed. She gets a bye in this event. We've got Serena Williams playing in it. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to digest. And a 9th seed, Raducanu, playing against a former champion. I don't know where you really want to begin. Rybakina, who can't seem to play on the hard courts at the moment after winning Wimbledon. Venus Williams, still trying to play tennis, not really at the level, can't compete. Iga, she lost in her own event last week in Poland. It was hers to lose. She lost it. So I don't know really where. Probably Beatrice Hadid Meyer's winning this one. It seems to be when there's a lot of weird things happening, Hadid Meyer comes through with the W.
Yeah, and if you are just new to the channel and you haven't downloaded the app yet, it's TNNS. Download it and make sure if you don't want to pick from this one, there's a little button that says autofill for the women's bracket. May get you a better result than actually picking them yourselves. This is probably a trick that some people use, and it does do quite well on the WTA, I've heard.
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing it though.
It won't be much of a draw preview.
No, because the video will be terrible if I just auto pick it. Let's have a look at some of the qualifiers, and we don't have any yet because they're still going on, Ben.
No, they're not.
Okay, well they're not in the draw.
Oh, okay. So
maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not see them in the draw.
So Tatiana Maria out. Bauskova knocked her out. We got Buxer through, Storm Sanders through, Brengel through, Claire Liu through, Asaya Mohammed through, knocking out Donna Vekic, Tomjanovic through, and Martin Sova through. So
so for me, it's two names: Tomjanovic, Martin Sova. The others, I can't see him progressing very far.
Bauskova.
Oh yeah, and Bauskova.
Yeah,
them three.
So pretty good qualifiers in there. So then I don't think they're in the draw like JG says yet, which is unfortunate because it sort of makes our life a bit more difficult. Just make sure to keep your eyes on and keep refreshing the app, and just try and pick them if you did want to qualify to go through before the deadline. So when is the deadline on this one? Is it quite soon? Does it say how many hours are left on it?
It doesn't say at the moment, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
But let's get into it. So Iga is the number 1 seed. She has the bye. I'm going to fly through these first round, Ben. So let's just, I'll let you go for a few. Well, how about you do the first 32 and then I'll do the next 32 first?
Sounds good to me. So Iga with a bye. We got Rogers, Kudermetova. I'm going to have Kudermetova here. Rogers in a final at the moment. Trevisan.
Agreed. I'm just going to say agreed or not agreed or yay or nay.
Not me too this time.
I could do me too if you want.
Everyone was loving that.
Haddad
Meyer.
Me too.
Haddad Meyer. Yep. Leylah Fernandez will play in a qualifier. I'll have her going through. Bencic, Azarenka. I'm going to have Azarenka to knock out Bencic here.
Not me. Bencic for me.
Okay. Serena Williams will be playing a qualifier. This could be dangerous. I'm going to have Serena because we don't have the qualifiers
but
yet.
when we do know the qualifier, if it's what's one of the better qualifiers?
Tomjanovic.
If it's Tomjanovic, do you have Serena out?
Yeah, quite possible, man.
I think as well.
I think she's going to struggle.
And
not
this
gonna
one's
lie.
an interesting one as well. Kanepi Osaka.
I'm going to go Osaka.
That surprised me. I thought you'd go Kanepi. Recency bias. You'd usually be all over Kanepi.
She's just been in a final. That's the only thing. You've got to take that into consideration.
How did Osaka do against Coco Gauff in terms of score?
It was close. It was like a 1-breaker set. It wasn't like anything like to write home about.
Okay.
Well, it was if you're Coco Gauff, but it wasn't if you're Naomi Osaka.
I'm going to go Osaka as well. I'm going to go bye here to beat Muguruza.
Yeah, she's out.
I mean, Muguruza is just... I don't want to ever have a win in a match ever again. I like her. I do like Muguruza, but she's just not playing very well. Sloane Stephens to beat Kenin, another one playing. She probably needs
Well,
to just. I don't know. I don't know
What's
what
her-
she needs to do.
What's her recent for Sophia King? I can't remember her last match.
She's
This is
lost.
how.
She's played in the last event, lost first round
Oh, terrible.
to
That's just
Saria Serrano. Just
was that who it was to? Oh,
yeah,
it's
just
terrible. So yeah, out for
straight
me.
sets. Just she's just not at it. And
Nissimova.
sorry, I'm stolen. You're 32.
I know. Let's go first. I don't mind. You can do what you like.
No, you can do
Right.
it.
We had both had Anisimova win in the last event. She didn't do very well at all. She went out to Shelby Rogers early in the tournament, but I guess Shelby Rogers looking really good. I have Pliskova to beat Krejcikova here. The battle of the Czechs.
I'm going to go Krejcikova.
Bianca Andreescu against Kasatkina. Kasatkina in a final. I'll have Andreescu just based upon the fact that she's in a final, Kasatkina. But if it was based upon actual both fresh players, I'd have Kasatkina. But Garcia to beat Cornet.
Me too.
Qinwen Zheng to beat Marino.
Yep.
And Ons Jabeur with the bye.
Okay, bottom half, Pegula with a bye. Madison Keys playing a qualifier, we don't know yet. Bondar Mertins, I'm going Mertins on this occasion.
All the same.
I'm going to have Emma Raducanu knocking out the former champion last year.
Same.
I know Gary's big on Georgie. I am not big on Georgie. She can throw a big event in there from time to time, but this is not going to be the one. I don't think she's going to follow up last year's success. I'm going to have Ostapenko beating Kalinina.
Same.
I'm going to go Kvitova to beat Risk.
I'm going to have Risk here to knock out Kvitova.
Putintseva beating Sabov.
Yep, same.
A few buys coming up, and then Tormo, we don't know the qualifier. Rybakina, we don't know the qualifier, but most likely I will be putting Rybakina out. She's not impressed me since Wimbledon, and she's struggling to adapt to the hard courts. Coco Gauff playing a qualifier, I'll have her winning, whoever that is. Same with Simona Halep. Probably the same with Zhang, actually, as well. I'll have Teichmann to beat Venus Williams and Kontaveit at the bottom with the bye.
God, it seems all the qualifiers are at the bottom. What's going on?
Just
stack them all in.
It's quite easy to pick because there wasn't many names.
Yeah, exactly. I guess gave me the one with all the actual decisions. Right, back to the top. Iga Swiatek against Veronika Kudermetova. It doesn't get any easier for Iga. But I am gonna have a win in this one. Hopefully, she can do it.
Yeah, not an easy draw for sure. So
no,
fair, I'm gonna have Iga as well. How did Maya Fernandez?
It's quite a tough one. I love Fernandez though.
Yeah, I'll go Fernandez. I think it's tough.
We're in Canada.
Yeah.
Azarenka versus Williams. I have Azarenka here.
I'm going to go Bencic to beat Serena.
I've got Osaka Muguruza. Osaka for me.
Easy one. Straight sets. Sakari to beat Stevens. Maybe not though.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I'm not convinced. She just lost pretty comfortably in the last event, so her out for me.
I'm going to go Nissimova here.
God, I don't know. I knew you would. I think I'm going to go Plisk. I don't know.
I don't even know. I've got Krejcikova again. Is Nissimova? So
a coin flip for me in that one. I literally have no idea. Down Bianca.
Wait, big news, Ben, for you. Azarenka has withdrawn from the event.
That's killer of my bracket.
Vika is out. She's got some visa issues, apparently.
Oh, really? Oh, that's terrible to hear. I'm sorry to hear that for her. I'm gonna I'll have to go back. So it's gonna have to be Bencic for me. So that just sort of changes. So I'm just gonna have Bencic Osaka now instead of Andreescu. No, instead of Azarenka, sorry. Andreescu Garcia. I'm gonna have Andreescu.
Me too.
Qinwen Zheng against Ons Jabeur. I'm gonna have Ons Jabeur.
I'm gonna go Qinwen Zheng to knock her out.
Oh no, not Ons! Don't do it to her.
I'll have Madison Keys here, knocking out Pegula.
Living in your head. I'll have Pegula on this one. Raducanu Mertens. This is slightly. If she gets past Georgie, surely she just wipes the floor with Mertens.
Who knows?
I'm gonna go Raducanu.
Yeah, me too, but I don't know about that. I'm going to have Ostapenko beating Kvitova, Badoza beating Putintseva, Saba beating Tormo.
Go on then, yeah. That one's a tough one. Goff to beat Rybakina, if Rybakina even makes it. Halep to beat Zhang.
I don't know. Halep just lost to a Chinese player in Wang.
It's not. I'm not convinced by Halep at all. But are we convinced by Shui Zhang?
She's not bad. She could beat
don't-
Halep.
Yeah,
Halep's not that. Halep's not as certified. Like she's not as like solid as what we make her out to be on these brackets.
no, I think she impresses sometimes and then just disappears. All the form goes out the window. But
I'm going to go Kontaveit from the bottom anyway.
yeah, I think I'm going to be going the same. Jill Teichmann obviously lost recently, wasn't to Mandlik, the new American that got bageled, didn't she?
Wait, who back? What Kontaveit did?
No, Teichmann.
Oh, Teichmann.
Yeah.
We've got Mikolaj in the live chat, and I'm not quite sure about Garcia losing here. That's a good point. Good comment. I can tell you got some tennis knowledge because Caroline Garcia beat Iga, I believe, in Poland. She's a really good player, and maybe we have overlooked her a little bit.
She's been having a really good season, to be honest. Yeah,
probably shouldn't have overlooked her so quickly.
That was on clay though, so this is a different surface. We have
she
to
just beat Iga on hard. Oh no, it was on clay.
Clay.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So anyway, back to the top. We have Iga versus Layla. I think I'm going to go for an upset. I think Iga gets
Mate,
knocked
right
out.
back a month ago, there's no way you're doing that. Do you know what I mean? That's all just tamed on its head. I'm going Iga anyway.
We're in Canada.
No. I'm going to have Naomi Osaka beat Bencic.
Same here.
I'm going to go
have Sloane Stephens.
Nisimova.
Sloane Stephens on my one. Just cruising through.
Andreescu to beat Zhang.
No, I'm going to have Jabeur.
Okay. I'm going to have Madison Keys knocking out Raducanu here.
I've got Pagula versus Raducanu. You've got two money juggernauts here against each other. We've got the billionaire's daughter versus the
as we
sponsorship
throwing notes
queen.
at each other on the court.
A ball made of like $100 bills. That's all they'll be hitting. I'm gonna have Radu beating her.
Yeah, you've just been wrapped. I don't know what's
going on.
She wasn't even that good that last week. She won 2 matches and everyone's getting carried away.
I know.
Ostapenko, I'm going to have beating Badoza.
No, I'm gonna have Badoza.
I'll
Bulldoze.
go.
It's gonna bulldozer. All right.
I'm going to go Sabalenka to knock out Coco Gauff as well.
How dare you do that?
It's so weird, this bracket, because usually I'd have Coco Gauff on Jabeur.
Fine.
I'd have both go out early. Like, something's changed.
I've got Coco beating Saba here, and then we've got Kontaveit from the bottom.
Yeah.
To knock out Halep. Right, move
I'm
back.
Iga knocking out Osaka.
I've got Fernandez Osaka on my one. What's that rematch of US Open?
Yeah. If it's that matchup, Fernandez has got her.
I think I'm going Fernandez.
I'm going to go Andreescu to beat Anisimova here.
I have Ons Jabeur to knock out Sloane Stephens.
I'm going to go Ostapenko to beat Keys.
I'm going to have Badoza to beat Raducanu here.
Badoza, Raducanu, I'm going to have...
You got Saba Kontaveit at the bottom.
Don't really know.
It's a tough one. I'm going to be having...
No, I'm going to go Kontaveit.
I don't know. I'm going to go Coco Gauff, I think. I don't know. She lost to Badoza in the last tournament. Now she's going to be playing her again in this one. So back to the top for me. I've got Layla Annie Fernandez up the top there. And she'll be playing Ons Jabeur. I'm going to have Ons Jabeur.
I'm going to go play it safe. I'm having Iga Swiatek in the final, beating Andreescu.
Our brackets have swapped around completely from...
Yeah.
We go back like 2 months ago.
That's literally my bracket you've got. They're all my players I like. Literally, and you've got Layla Fernandez, Iga. Who's at the bottom? Actually, Coco Gauff as well. I mean, you literally stole my bracket.
I've got
Iga, Andreescu. These are all your players. Ostapenko, Kontaveit. I don't even like these players. What have I done? I even had Sabalenka earlier. You'd have her as well. The quarters.
Could have Pliskova in there.
I had Sakari going further than Ons Jabeur.
I know. I had Sakari going out early.
Yeah, something's not right.
I don't know
The
what's
heat's got
happened.
to me.
I think he's that sunburn. It's got to his
Anyway, I'm
head.
going to go Ostapenko in the final.
Wow. That's like
I'm
your
going for
new
an
favourite.
Ostapenko-Iga final.
Ostapenko Iga. I'm going Jabeur Badoza in my final. And the winner is Paulo Badoza.
Iga Świątek.
You going
New
Iga?
song. Yeah, man. I think she's just going to win it, mate. I think she's going to win
She's
it.
going back on the winning run again.
Yeah, but I mean, she's not lost that much. The Poland one did really throw me off a little bit. On clay, she lost to Caroline Garcia, but
Yeah, but
and then lost to Cornet at Wimbledon. I mean, maybe it's just French players she struggles with. She doesn't have any French players en route.
Maybe
Medvedev
that's
struggles against French players. Iga
Maybe
struggles against French players. She's not facing any French players here. Iga's going to win the whole thing. Going to defeat Ostapenko. Dark horse, one to watch. Who could win this event, and no one's speaking about it, is Bianca Andreescu.
quite possible, yeah. Not Camila Giorgi.
Well, do you have a dark horse you'd like to put forward?
I'll go dark horse as was Caroline Garcia in it.
Yeah, but you had it going out early, so
Yeah, that's all right. I'll have her as my dark horse then.
Well,
If she
that's stupid.
Nah,
Can't
it's
do that.
fine. I can have that.
Well,
if I
why did
want.
you have it going out then if you think she can win it?
Oh, it covers all bases then. You know me.
No, yeah, but you're not doing that. So we're gonna just go with my dark horse.
Hey, what do you mean? Just go with your dark. I've got Sloane Stevens going
Yeah,
deep.
Sloane Stevens is a dark horse.
I don't want her.
Sandrine saying Caroline, let's go. We do have a few Garcia fans in the live chat. Shout out to you guys.
We should.
Joseph saying picking top seed is boring. Agreed. I am extremely boring tonight, and that's just how I feel. But thank you everyone for joining us. It is approaching midnight in the UK. If you haven't already, give us a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and we hope to be back a little bit more very soon, doing some more watch-alongs when we can get our schedules together. It's been a very busy time of work and other things going on, but hopefully we'll be getting back on the horse very soon. If you do want to, yeah, it's just the timings is tough, but I think we can work out a system which can allow it to work a little bit better. But if you do want to support Game to Love, please join the membership. Join our Patreon. We're going to be bringing some new content soon. Ooh. We're going to be airing, what's it called? Challenge JG, when I play John Silk, episode 2. Whoa. And that's going to be exclusive for only Patreon members very soon. So sign up to the Patreon if you want to see that. If you want to watch some of our other content we're doing on some football stuff at the moment, go check out GTL Extra. I will, or maybe Ben can pop a link in the live chat right now to subscribe to that channel.
Yeah, sure. No
and yeah, it's been great to see you guys. Good luck in all of the brackets. I'm going to try and watch a little bit more tennis this week, and hopefully, I'm not sleeping too late. I would like to see some quick sets rather than some really long ones where I'm going to bed at like 3-4 in the morning. But I feel anyone who lives in the UK who likes tennis can relate. When you come to this time of year, it's very tough. With the sleep and the patterns.
Oh, this the heat as well. The heat is getting to us. There's a lot of stuff going on. The UK's never seen such hot weather for so long. It's like a long duration. It's not even just like a few days here and there. It seems to have been weeks and weeks of 25 plus degrees, and we're not quite used to it. The fans are getting overused, but yeah, we can't complain because once it's gone, then it'll be sad. So we'll just enjoy it while it's here, and we will be bringing you lots of matches in this coming week because there's going to be some crackers. There's only one place to watch it. We'll be having all of the commentary team back in full flight as well. So we'll hopefully be having multiple streams running as well. So make sure to join us for them. It's going to be exciting. See Andy Murray getting all the way to the semi-final.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to laugh at Ben's brackets. Hopefully we've got some good shorts as well from that, because I think Ben has made some real clangers. Subscribe to GTO Extra, like the video, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you very soon for some more content.
See you soon, guys.
Peace out.